Right now, this morning, a missing Beaver Dam teen found safe. Details on her return and the suspect's status. And Head Start in limbo. Local preschool program serving hundreds of local low-income children left without answers this morning.
Plus, a little on the cloudy side this early morning with a little bit of wind chill. We'll see if those winds taper into the afternoon in just a moment.
This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning. I'm Alexandra Carter.
And I'm Art Jarrett.
It is Thursday, April 3rd. I should not get my hopes up for sunshine today, right?
No, I wouldn't. Maybe
put the sunglasses away.
You may get a glimpse of it once we get into 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock time slot. As we get into your forecast here, and away we go. Yeah, that's going to be the way for everybody else as well. But the deal is, though, because of that, we're still in kind of at least a little below seasonal average temperatures. Getting into it today, breezy morning. Then we get into cooler conditions in the afternoon. And, of course, we hold on to the cloud cover, as Alexandra just mentioned to you. We'll get into seasonable mild conditions for Friday. Possibility of Friday night rainfall popping in the forecast, still kind of up in the air on that one. And then the weekend, it's going to be sunny, a little bit on the cooler side, and calm. What's happening out there right now, though, a little bit of snow kind of brushed the northern tier of Wisconsin right now. We'll also be looking at right now the severe weather potential that's going from Memphis, Tennessee, bullseye there, working into Kentucky, and then continuing on all the way towards Washington. So we'll keep an eye on that, slowly but surely brushing the Ohio River Valley as well. We'll see that continue on with that, continue to drive across the area to the northeast as well as the whole system tracks eastward. Then we'll get into it. You can see the severe weather potential in the forecast. When I come back, I'll give you an overview of how your day shapes up going into your weekend as well. Stick around.
Beaver Dam teen reported missing for 2 months is safe this morning. An Amber Alert cancellation was sent out overnight, stating 16-year-old Sophia Franklin had been found. She was reported missing February 3rd. And was believed to be with 40-year-old Gary Day. The Amber Alert, initially issued in Wisconsin, was later extended to Arkansas and Missouri. Day is now in custody, facing charges of child enticement and abduction. Lawyers for the teen accused of killing Lily Peters want the trial moved out of Chippewa County. They argue a fair trial for 17-year-old Carson Peters-Berger can't be held there due to extensive media coverage. Peters-Berger faces first-degree intentional homicide and child sexual assault charges. The trial is expected to start next year. He's pleaded not guilty to all charges. And charges filed for the 17-year-old accused of a fatal hit-and-run Saturday. Addison Bowell allegedly struck 54-year-old Ann Seidel while driving under the influence in the township of Dunn. Charges there include homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle. She's being held on a $100,000 bond. Happening today, a La Crosse man charged with reckless homicide faces court after allegedly selling a fatal dose of fentanyl. 43-year-old Eric Sims, accused of delivering the drug that killed a woman in 2023. Prosecutors say surveillance video and text messages link him to the deadly transaction. Sims will appear for a preliminary hearing at 11, followed by a second hearing at 2. Parts of the South and Midwest waking up to destruction this morning after dozens of tornadoes and severe thunderstorm warnings rolled across that region. We'll take a live look at the radar here. You see it moving in. It's moving northeast with numerous counties near the Appalachians still under warnings and watches this morning. At least one person is dead in the powerful overnight storms. The National Weather Service had warned of a life-threatening situation before the system moved in. One resident describing how quickly the storms overtook the area.
We had about 20 seconds to start getting up, getting ready before we started hearing the wind picking up.
According to PowerOutage.us, nearly 300,000 customers across the Midwest are without power at this hour. President Trump's new tariffs on 60-plus countries rocked Asian markets overnight. Economists warning that move will likely raise U.S. prices on imported electronics, cars, wine, and clothing. EU officials call the tariffs a major blow to the global economy. CBS's Jared Hill reports.
Today, countries around the world are threatening to retaliate after President Donald Trump laid out his long-awaited tariffs.
It's our declaration of economic independence.
The plan, a 10% tax on nearly all goods brought into the U.S. starting April 5th. On April 9th, additional reciprocal tariffs on more than 60 countries President Trump dubbed the worst offenders. That's 34% on China, 20% for the European Union, likely meaning Americans pay higher prices for electronics, clothing, construction equipment. Canada and Mexico are exempt, instead facing tariffs linked to fighting the flow of undocumented immigrants and illegal drugs. All of this as the president's 25% tariffs on foreign cars and auto parts kicked in overnight.
If you want your tariff rate to be zero, then you build your product right here in America.
Impacted countries are calling on the U.S. to reconsider.
We're now preparing for further countermeasures to protect our interests and our businesses if negotiations fail.
Many American small businesses are also bracing for impact.
We're looking at a huge increase in costs that we will have to figure out how to absorb.
On Capitol Hill, criticism from both sides.
These tariffs are a disaster for the average American family.
I don't think it's going to be good for us politically, but it's not good for the country either.
Kentucky's Rand Paul, one of 4 Senate Republicans to join Democrats in backing a long-shot bill to undo tariffs against Canada.
The resolution blocking Canadian tariffs is unlikely to advance in the House. Russia, Cuba, and North Korea were not included in Trump's new tariffs. A White House official says that's because those nations already face strict U.S. sanctions. Senator Tammy Baldwin slamming President Trump, that is, and his new sweeping tariffs, saying they would devastate Wisconsin farmers.
These tariffs will hurt our farmers and our manufacturers and will jack up prices on hardworking families across Wisconsin.
4 Senate Republicans joined Democrats yesterday in a rare bipartisan rebuke of Trump's tariffs, voting 51-48 to block proposed tariffs on Canadian imports. La Crosse's mayor-elect is poised to usher in a new era at City Hall. Shondell Washington Spivey edging out Chris Calo by just 2 percentage points in Tuesday's election. That's a margin of roughly 450 votes. The shakeup will extend beyond the mayor's office, with challengers defeating every incumbent who sought re-election to the Common Council. Calo will remain on council, working alongside the new mayor. Washington Spivey says he's optimistic about their future collaboration.
I think it looks good. We were on the phone this morning. We talked. We said, hey, you ran a good race. Congratulations to the both of us. And we look forward to working to build La Crosse and build a community where everyone belongs and truly see out the vision of, again, making sure that our government is working for the people.
Washington Spivey will be sworn in as mayor on April 15th. And Tuesday night state Supreme Court election gained national attention. Now that the dust is settling, what is next for the court? News 8's Allison Fergit tells us what we can expect.
I think this is good news for democracy at every level in the state of Wisconsin.
Following Susan Crawford's victory Tuesday night, the state's Democrats are celebrating while Republicans are focusing on the future.
Hopefully, moving forward, we can find a way to do better with getting our voter turnout out, because last night was concerning, to say the least.
Although it's a statewide race, this election could have national implications. That's because the Supreme Court could consider whether the current congressional districts should be redrawn. Right now, 6 Republicans and 2 Democrats represent Wisconsin's 8 House seats. Some of the state's liberals are hoping a lawsuit will lead to a more even split between the parties.
With this majority, I think they'll look fairly at whatever lawsuit is brought before them, and that is the appropriate thing for a Supreme Court to do.
One of the districts most likely to be redrawn would be the 3rd, which includes La Crosse and Eau Claire. Last year, the Liberal-led court declined to hear a challenge to the state's current congressional map. But Hipsch thinks that they'll now take up the case since Liberals have the majority until at least 2028.
The 3rd is going to be drawn as heavy Dem as it can possibly be. And that's just unfortunate, and just not the way that we see the state of Wisconsin legislating.
There are no current cases in front of the Supreme Court about congressional redistricting, but Hipsch believes they could come soon.
I would predict before 2026, absolutely.
Republican Derek Van Orden, who currently represents the 3rd, recognizes he could lose under new maps.
I'm thrilled to have this job because I love helping my people a lot. It's great to do this, but being a member of Congress is not my identity.
Although it's unclear right now if the maps will change or what they would look like, Van Orden is committed to running for re-election.
It's a duty that I must perform.
Allison Fergit, News 8 Now, This Morning.
Well, overall, they were disappointed with Tuesday's results. Hibsch and Van Orden say they were happy to see the constitutional amendment pass. Head Start's Region 5 office closed yesterday without warning, leaving program directors questions and nobody to answer them. News 8 Now's Grace Monk reports on how parents are reacting.
People are getting calls from their program specialists that they showed up at work and their key cards didn't work.
The office serves as a middleman between federal and state programs, overseeing things like grants and safety compliance. Wisconsin Head Start Director Jenny Maurer says the news came without warning.
When you are running a program that is about safety and compliance and has a tremendous amount of requirements that interact with the federal government, it's really a scary and confusing place to be right now.
Head Start Child and Family Development Center serves over 200 children in La Crosse, Monroe, and Vernon counties. The center provides support and services to low-income families. Executive Director Robin Wolfert says the program is fully funded through a federal grant.
In February, I sent in our budget for next year, which will start June 1. It usually takes about 90 days to get that passed, so right now we are expecting an approval by June. Usually we have by end of May.
Right now, she doesn't know who to contact about their upcoming budget.
The biggest thing we need is answers. Answers to who do we need to contact, who do we need, who answers our questions.
Or what to tell her employees.
My biggest concern is what we tell staff and families. They deserve to know, and I feel bad that we don't have anything to say.
Grace Monk, News 8 Now this morning.
Region 5 employees were placed on an administrative leave until June. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds signed a new hands-free driving bill into law yesterday that prohibits drivers from using cell phones except in hands-free or voice-activated mode. The law goes into effect July 1st. For the first 6 months, officers will hand out warnings. After that, it'll be a $100 fine. The time now is 6:11. Still ahead on your morning news. Private sector hiring skyrocketed in March. 7,000 fired IRS employees will head back to work, and a national chocolate recall is underway. How safe is your data on genealogy sites? Coming up, why lawmakers are urging users to delete their data on 23andMe. And as you start to wake up this morning, leaving you, the cats are back with a quick wake-up call. Another check-in with the cat condo up in Frazee, Minnesota. Something special for you this morning. If you notice there, they have a cat snowman there on the right of their little tower. They've got some snow on the ground as well. We saw that cat snowman last night, and we knew we just had to share it with you viewers this morning. So hopefully you get some joy out of that. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality, local meat. Stock up with our spring meat bundle, which includes drummies, ground beef, chicken, steaks, brats, ribs, and pork chops. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
At Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, we're celebrating our 100-year anniversary, and we invite you to join us. Stop in for daily door prizes, exclusive offerings, and up to 40% off on special orders. Plus, we're offering 36-month financing or a cash discount when purchase is paid in full by cash or check. We'll even pay for your gas. It's happening now through April 7th, our 100-year anniversary sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Family owned for 100 years.
It's the Macy's Spring VIP Sale. Save now on the brands you love, like new looks from your favorite designers and beauty essentials at our best prices. The Spring VIP Sale, our most exclusive brands at prices you won't want to miss. Ends Sunday.
With McValue at McDonald's, you'll get more than you expect. With deals in the app all day, every day.
Celebrate the Packers' new picks and get a free 6-piece McNuggets with a $2 minimum purchase, only in the app.
Convenience is a big factor. We're right here in Onalaska.
We're local. You know, we've been here for a long time. We take all insurances. We service and repair many different makes and models of hearing aids. Even if you didn't get your hearing aids with us, we'd be happy to take a look at them.
If your hearing aid is still under warranty, we can do some warranty work for you there.
You know, just walk in. You know, you don't have to have an appointment. I'm happy to help if I can.
Our family is helping your family. Better Hearing Center, Onalaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
No matter where I seat my guests, they seem to like the kitchen best. A kitchen's the heart of the home. It should be warm and welcoming. It should be attractive and functional. But it can be a real challenge unless you come here where you can meet with a designer, find all of the products that you need, and trust the project to our carpenters, plumbers, and electricians. For kitchens, bathrooms, and other home improvements, put your trust in the Board Store Home Improvements. Contact us today.
Join today's shoppers as they explore Sweet Valley Artisans.
There's so many good things here. How do you pick just one?
You don't.
I've been looking for something to hang in my garage.
What about this? Or this?
Vintage clothing and accessories? Let's check it out. Have you found anything yet? Yeah?
I'm getting hungry just looking at this. I know what you mean.
Stop in and find your treasure today.
Where's the best place for local fresh quality meat? The Holman Locker and Meat Market, of course. Now's the time to order your whole or half double smoked ham, prime rib, or smoked salmon for Easter. Don't forget the wine and cheese. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
All right, as we go through the morning hours, this is what I've got going on for you, holding on to the possibility of, again, a day of breeziness in the morning and then getting into the afternoon with depleting winds. They'll decrease on us. We'll still hold on to the clouds, though. We're also going to be seeing as we get into later on. Oh, that was from yesterday. Let's get into this. We get into La Crosse holding on to at least 6 a.m., holding on to cloudier skies going through the day. You'll see that continue on by 4 o'clock. You're still in the clouds. Temperatures reaching somewhere along the way, getting into 48 degrees there. We'll get up to 50 degrees as we finish out the afternoon with a little brief sunshine spat coming into the forecast. Eau Claire, you've got the cloudy skies, 30s, 40s in the forecast for you. A little brief stint of some brief sunshine over the cloud cover there, getting into 44 degrees possibly to finish out your day as well. We'll get into La Crosse, looking at your forecast for the kids going to school. 37 degrees under breezy conditions. Those winds will be up to about 35 miles per hour, gusting in some cases. The wind chill also associated with that as well. By the afternoon, we'll break that down for you, and we'll have those winds back down, and the temperatures will reach up to around, say, 55 degrees, so actually about 51 degrees for you. You'll get into the forecast for Eau Claire, 35 degrees in the morning, breezy and chilly, 45 as you get into the afternoon, cooler, and of course the light winds in the forecast. As we can see, as we go into Friday, though, La Crosse is holding on to some morning sunshine, giving way to more clouds on the way. Those clouds will continue to increase. We have about a 30% chance of rainfall coming back again in the evening and overnight hours for you. We'll also see as we go right into Eau Claire, you've got the clouds coming back again for Friday, holding on to temperatures in the 40s as well, and you also have a little bit of chance getting into that rainfall, about a 30% chance for Friday night. Back to you, my friend.
In our morning consumer news, U.S. companies ramped up hiring in March, a substantial rebound after taking a tepid approach the month prior. Payroll firm ADP reports private sector employment rose by roughly 155,000 jobs last month, a sharp rebound from February's 84,000. Officials are watching for signs of labor market weakening amid those federal job cuts, uncertainty due to tariffs, and an immigration crackdown. About 7,000 previously fired probationary employees at the IRS will be back on the job full-time in about 2 weeks. They were reinstated by judges blocking the Trump administration's efforts, but were placed on paid leave when they returned. The email states they are still on paid leave. They'll be back to their jobs full-time by April 14th. And Tony's Chocolonely Inc. is recalling some chocolate bars. Officials there say some consumers found small stones in these products. Among the items recalled include Tony's Dark Almond Sea Salt Bar and Tony's Everything Bar. These were sold nationwide and online over the past 2 months. The genetic testing company 23andMe recently filed for bankruptcy and is looking to be bought by another company now. Some lawmakers are urging users to delete their accounts to protect their data from ending up in the hands of a potential new buyer. Jen Sullivan explains how to keep your personal information safe.
Genealogy kits have become increasingly popular as more people want to learn about where they came from, but your personal information could be vulnerable.
We really don't have too many laws that protect this information.
Anya Prince is a law professor at the University of Iowa. She says it's important for customers to read these genealogy companies' privacy policies before signing up.
At the federal level, we don't have a general data protection law.
The Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act, known as GINA, protects people from being discriminated by insurance companies and employers based on genetic information. And your health information that's collected through these sites is protected through HIPAA. But even if you delete your account, Prince says traces of your information could still be available.
It's not a complete deletion of everything, but it does minimize the amount of data.
Here's how 23andMe works. You're sent a kit to collect a sample of your saliva, and that can spit out a lot of information about you, including health risks for certain diseases, carrier risks, and information about your ancestry line.
Genetic information and health information is so valuable.
23andMe estimates it has 15 million customers. As the company looks to sell, Prince says many companies will be interested to buy because of how valuable that data is.
A medical research company or a pharmaceutical company could find this data helpful. Somebody who wanted to partner with law enforcement to share genetic information might find this useful.
That's a look at your consumer news. We will send it over now to Art. He's got a look at our forecast.
All right, taking it back out to, again, the severe weather that's happening out there. Again, you can see holding on. You're looking at this severe weather continue to drag all the way from Memphis, extending all the way up to Kentucky right now with the serious stuff right now. This will kind of take that name out of the way real quick. You can see it kind of pushing in here. I'm going to get a little bit closer for you. You can see what's happening. You can see as we kick into it, severe thunderstorm. You've got the arrow kind of pushing it right there as you're going towards Nashville right now. It's tornado possible in that region right there in that area, and everybody knows about Nashville. It's a fun place to go hang out right there. But then you get up to a little bit more to the north and you're holding on to into Kentucky. This was just the potential for something to happen there with a severe thunderstorm actually kind of pushing through there right now, but it kind of backed off. But you're also having the tornado watch in play as well in the forecast. We'll get into it here locally. We'll get into Black River Falls. Commute this morning is already starting out pretty nicely. You're getting to the temperature of 36 degrees. Feels like 30 degrees on your skin. And of course, the winds are just about kicking through the area up to about 35 miles per hour, gusting in some cases right now. Let's take it into areas right by Onalaska. You're looking at visibility about 10 miles. Everything's fine for you. You've got the 37-degree temperature. It feels like it's 29 degrees on your skin out there right now. So that wind chill is affecting, and it's not a big wind chill, but in fact, it is there. You can see the winds kind of pushing through as you get into Eau Claire right now, holding on to cloudy skies there. Commute traffic's doing just great. No rain on the forecast, no snow around there right now, and you're looking pretty good across the board. Taking it back down to Dubuque, Iowa, since we're traveling all over portions of the country right now. 36 degrees there. Feels like 25 on your skin. Wind. Yeah, winds at 22 miles per hour. You can see the water kind of moving about pretty rapidly. So this is all that storm activity is affecting pretty much a lot of the areas here, even locally here, even down to our south. Current temperatures here holding on to 30s, widespread. It's a feel that's out there that's kind of cool to chilly right now, holding on to highs for Thursday. You're looking at 40s, some 50s mixed in there as well under cloudy skies. There's a little light rainfall trying to get into, I should say snow trying to get into the forecast from remnants of yesterday. That's going to get kicked out of the way by the time we get in the 11 o'clock hour. 1 o'clock, we're holding on to temperatures widespread in the 40s, holding on to 39 degrees in Ladysmith, though. Taking it back into 4 o'clock, where we're looking at our possible highs for the day. You're seeing temperatures kind of still holding on to 42 to about 49 degrees to 50 degrees possible. Then this continues out with the cloud cover still lingering going into the evening and overnight hours. Highs for Friday, well, we're looking at 50s, and that's going to be pretty much widespread as well, with mostly cloudy skies, possibly getting to cloudy conditions. You can see the snowfall trying to get closer to us as it goes through Minnesota, kind of brushes us to the north. The cloud cover still sticks around, and we finish out that way going into Saturday. As far as temperatures are concerned over the next few days, away we go with temperatures from 51 degrees today, 57 for tomorrow, 49 to 50 degrees as you go into Saturday and Sunday with some extra sunshine on the way.
All right, Art, thank you. Well, baseball season now in full swing. Fans are taking to the stands at Target Field. Ahead, we'll take a look at some of the new snack options that will help you root for the home team in style.
Coming up in the Blitz, the Brewers and Twins going for series wins after falling in their first 4 contests of the season. Highlights on the other side of the break.
News 8 Now and TrustPoint are proud to be honoring the top graduating seniors from La Crosse area high schools at the Student Honor Banquet on April 9th. These students are outstanding examples of academic excellence. Join us in congratulating these and all area graduating seniors.
At Sealands Carpetland, your family comes first. We're more than just a flooring store. We're your partners in creating a home that lasts a lifetime. Discover a world of comfort and durability with our huge selection. Whether it's cozy carpeting for your living room, timeless hardwood for a classic touch, or versatile tiles that stand up to the hustle and bustle of family life. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
Get your tickets before they're gone. Visit MidwestHorseFair.com.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
A great percentage of what we do at the Pump House Regional Art Center is impacted by tourists. When tourists come to the La Crosse region, it benefits everyone. They seek out many opportunities to experience theater, concerts, outdoor, wildlife, dining. It connects us all.
The Power of Tourism, brought to you by Explore La Crosse.
Hard to top, the bargain shop.
In all home furniture stores.
News 8 Now and TrustPoint are proud to be honoring the top graduating seniors from La Crosse area high schools at the Student Honor Banquet on April 9th. These students are outstanding examples of academic excellence. Join us in congratulating these and all area graduating seniors.
Blitz. Well, after picking up their first win of the season 2 days ago behind a shutout performance from the pitching staff, Milwaukee looking to lock up a series win yesterday against the Royals. Roof closed up for a rainy one in Milwaukee. This was a fantastic game. Bottom of the first, Jackson Churio puts a good swing on a pitch from KC ace Cole Raggins, sending it out of the yard for his first home run of the season. Freddie Peralta, outstanding, pitching 8 innings with 2 hits allowed, 1 earned run, and 8 Ks. Got some help from Joey Ortiz right there with the slick play. Fast forward to the 10th, Crew down 1 until it's Churio ripping one down the line to tie things up once again. That would be all Milwaukee could muster in the inning. So we move to the 11th. Runners on first and third. Bryce Terang up, lays down a bunt, and it is a beauty. He was 0 for 5 on the day before that, but he comes through when it matters, and the Brewers win 3-2. So after dropping their first meeting of the series, the Brewers win their rubber match, and the Twins try to do the same against a divisional foe. This one delayed because of some rain, but it did not take long for Minnesota to jump on the White Sox. Big first inning for Byron Buxton. That towering shot traveling 446 feet to get the Twins on the board. Buxton's first of the year. And in the bottom half of the inning, Nick Maton skying one out to shallow center. Buxton has a beat on it, lays out and makes the grab. Full extension. And a few innings later, visitors increasing their lead. Harrison Bader sits on the slider, gives it a ride, his second 3-run homer in as many games. Then in the 5th, Ty France ropes one down the line. That'll score another to make it a 6-run lead. A performance worthy of 2 thumbs up today for Minnesota. They take this one 6-1 and will have their home opener today against the Astros. Nice couple comeback, bounce-back performances after 0-4 starts for the Brewers and Twins. That'll do it for the Blitz. We'll see you back here tonight.
You wouldn't buy the first vehicle you saw.
Trust me, it's perfectly safe.
I'll take it. So don't hire the first personal injury lawyer you call.
Trust me.
Where do I sign? Object to anything less than the best. Call BGR.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we believe in making the most of what you love. Making sure your money is as well spent as your time. So as you start your spring projects, we have the value you need to make them your own. Right now, Rewards members get a free $10 gift card with an $80 Estate fertilizer purchase, $20 off large bags of Estate Sun to Shade grass seed. Plus, get $150 instant savings on select Cub Cadet riding mowers. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
Spring is here, and it's time for a fresh start. Right now at King Furniture, we're making it easy to refresh your home. Trade in your old furniture or mattress and get a discount on brand new furniture. We'll even deliver and haul it off for free. Find the latest styles in bedrooms, living rooms, dining rooms, and more. And save up to 60% off store-wide. Plus, enjoy free delivery and 12 months no-interest financing. There's never been a better time to upgrade. Out with the old, in with the new. Spring into comfort at King Furniture.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
There are days I feel stuck in my head. Even on an antidepressant, lingering depression symptoms can make it hard to break through. I wanted more from my antidepressant. I asked about Vraylar. Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant significantly reduces overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone.
Vraylar isn't approved for elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, tremors, slow or uncontrolled body movements, restlessness and feeling like you need to move, nausea, constipation, insomnia, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar, breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
Hiring the wrong personal injury attorney can cost you a lot. Researching personal injury attorneys costs you nothing. We're confident that your research will lead you to buy Goff and Rohde. BGR, object to anything less than the best.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
In your morning medical news, the Supreme Court handing the FDA a win in its fight against flavored vapes. Justices ruled the agency can continue blocking certain vaping products from store shelves, those it says target teens. The victory comes with limits as the case now heads back to a lower court for review. Vaping companies still have the option to reapply for FDA approval. A study may have found how exposure to chemicals known as phthalates during pregnancy affect a newborn's brain development. Phthalates are synthetic chemicals used in everyday products for food packaging, personal care, toys, and more. The report looked at the relationship between a mother's phthalate exposure and a newborn's neurological development. It found exposure during pregnancy altered the metabolism of key factors in brain development. Nearly 3 million American adults have epilepsy, according to the CDC, and for about a third of them, medications don't stop the sudden seizures. Right now, many treatment options for those with drug-resistant epilepsy are invasive and involve major surgery, including the removal of the area of the brain causing the seizures. But new research could offer new options to those with the most severe forms of epilepsy. Mandy Gaither reports.
It's a condition that's unpredictable. Epilepsy causes electrical storms in the brain, disrupting a person's ability to control their body.
It's difficult to live your life, to do predictable things, to have the confidence that I can safely drive to work.
Dr. Jonathan Parker with Mayo Clinic calls traditional surgery options for those with uncontrolled epilepsy destructive, as they include procedures like removing part of the brain or using a laser to destroy a small portion of brain tissue that's causing the seizures. He says these surgeries are highly invasive and often come with side effects like speech impairment or memory problems, and they may not always work.
We want all of our patients to be seizure-free, and that's the goal that we're working towards.
Right now, Parker is one of a number of scientists doing clinical trials of a new minimally invasive therapy aimed at healing the brain through the injection of cells that over time become part of the brain and hopefully help repair it.
What cell-based therapies are trying to do is restore that normal balance between things that are exciting the brain and things that are inhibiting the brain, and normalize that balance so it's less likely for a seizure to occur.
It's still early in the clinical trials, and the research is now focused on safety and efficacy of this therapy, but Parker says it's already providing some hope.
If this one goes through and it's positive and it helps patients, I think it opens up things for the future for these other disease processes too.
The Mayo Clinic in Florida also has another clinical trial going on with patients with severe epilepsy. Scientists there are combining deep brain stimulation with the implantation of special stem cells in the hopes the procedure can better change the way the nervous system carries information to and from the brain during a series of techniques called neuromodulation. Expanded mental health services are coming to La Crosse. Amplify Health by Gunderson adding a new emergent psychiatric assessment unit at the hospital. The specialized unit will provide focused care for patients who arrive at the ER in mental health crisis.
An Empath unit is an innovative behavioral health unit designed to provide specialized care for individuals experiencing a mental health crisis. Patients coming to our emergency room get immediate access to care and are stabilized within hours.
Officials hope to open the unit early next year. And some big changes underway at the La Crosse Police Department. LCPD promoted 6 members during a ceremony yesterday at the Black River Beach Neighborhood Center. The chief says those who were promoted will serve the community better.
These are individuals that are stepping into positions and they're role models, and they pave the way for those that come after them as well. So it's important for them also in their interaction with other members of our department and helping train people along and really bringing them along in terms of the service to our community.
Each officer served over 10 years with the department. Happening today, the Sparta Spotlight Players set to take the stage to showcase their rendition of the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. Some of the cast stopped by our studio earlier this week to give us a sneak peek.
One thing that our audiences can expect is just comedy from the moment we step on stage to the second we take our final bow. Okay. Another thing is we actually get to have the opportunity to invite audience members up on stage to do some improv with us. Okay, and the fun part about that is the fact that our show is different every night.
They were so funny, keeping us laughing just during the interview. Tonight's show will start at 7. Tickets are $16 for adults. Seniors and student tickets are $12. There's another showing, 2 more showings, that is, on Saturday at Sparta High. And America's favorite pastime now in full swing. As the weather starts to warm, more and more fans will be hitting the grandstands to catch their favorite teams, but also their favorite baseball snack foods. That's what I go for. The Minnesota Twins are offering more than just peanuts and Cracker Jacks this year. Marielle Mose shows us why some of these favorite foods will make you not care if you ever get back.
Back at the ballpark for another season with the Twins, who are serving up new foods with a nod to home, like these walleye tacos from Lord Fletcher's. What do you think?
Delicious. Amazing.
Do you feel like you're on Lake Minnetonka?
I do. It's like a Lake Minnetonka, but not.
Also new, a fan favorite, pickle pizza from Pizza Luce.
Let's see what it's hitting for.
Oh, that looks good.
All right.
Passionate pickle eaters have a high bar.
It's decent. Now, if I'm comparing it to the fair.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, if it ain't fair quality, I can't say it's good to great, but it's decent though. Like, I'll eat it.
Most people come to the ballpark for a classic, the brat. And new this year, Kamarchex is doing a brat sampler of smaller portions with a variety of flavored meats.
I know it doesn't quite look like I've never had a Kamarchex bratwurst before, but I haven't, and I'll be honest with you, best thing I've had at the Taste of the Twins all day.
This is one of 2 new marketplaces on the main concourse here at Target Field. It's just a new, easier way to get your food. So you buy your food right there, you pick it up yourself, and then you pay for it in these self-serving stations. Union Hmong Kitchen and Vinai owner and head chef Yia Vang has a new home here at Target Field this year. You can find him in the Truly on Deck bar serving up sweet and sour pork. This is his 4th season partnering with the Twins, thankful for a team that's investing back into the community.
And it's always really fun too when we meet people who are like, hey, we haven't been to the restaurant, but we tried the food at, the baseball stadium. And so that means a lot. It's kind of an extension. It's like our arm being able to have all these little different reaches.
Right, we will send it over to Art now. Art, me and you are wondering how much all of this costs. That's our big concern, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Plus, I want to get to Lake Minnetonka as well. I was like, where's Prince? You know? All right, we'll get into it here. Current temperatures right for you, holding on to the 30s widespread, and it feels a lot colder on your skin out there right now because of a wind chill. Not a big difference, but you can feel it. 27 degrees it feels like on your skin over in Eau Claire. La Crosse, it feels like 29 degrees. 28 over in Winona. Down to Prairie du Chien feels like 29 degrees out there as well. How about this, though? There are the winds, as I just mentioned here, kind of gusty, getting up to about 35 miles per hour possibly as we go through the 7 o'clock hour into 8 o'clock hour. You can see those winds. 36 over in Viroqua. Then we continue La Crosse at 29, turning to 26 by 9 o'clock. Then we'll see by the 10 o'clock hour, these winds kind of taper down. They're just around, say, 30 miles per hour or less. And then by the 12 o'clock hour going to 1 o'clock, you're looking at conditions to be in the teens as well as around 25 miles per hour. So they taper off in the afternoon and then finish out there going into your evening commute as well, all the way down to less than 15 miles per hour. So that's great, right? All right, so that happens. We'll get into how this all plays out, though. La Crosse holding on to the clouds, not much of the way in sunshine going through the day today. A little dreary out there. However, you may get a glimpse of that before we finish out going to the sunrise time, getting into some sunshine by 6 o'clock for you before we close it on down. The same for Eau Claire. You've got the cloud cover 30s and 40s. It's a little sunshine possibly peeking through the area, and the temperature's around 44 for your temperatures. All right, getting into Nintendo. This is what's going on there. We have, it is unveiled, the Switch 2. Coming up, we'll have more details on the upcoming console. Stick around.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality, local meat. Stock up with our spring meat bundle, which includes drummies, ground beef, chicken, steaks, brats, ribs, and pork chops. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
We are all here to support one another.
Hi, I'm Greg.
Hi, Greg.
I bought our vacuum at a box store. I was shopping for groceries and I came out with a vacuum.
I did the same. I was shopping for clothes.
Candles.
Kitty litter.
Hey group, we're not here to judge. We all made the same mistake before deciding to go to A1 Vacuum to make the right purchase. I'm sorry.
A1 Kitty litter.
Our business is picking up.
Carl's spring cleaning sale is going on right now.
Save up to 60% on floor samples, scratch and dent, and one-of-a-kind items.
Get Carl's exclusive rebates.
You get free installation on select dishwashers.
All TVs are clearance price.
Save up to 75% on select in-stock Serta mattresses and adjustable bases. Our new grills have arrived. Also, save up to 40% on clearance grills. Now is the time to clean up here at Carl's.
Carl's, your servicing dealer since 1956.
It's good to know your Touchstone Energy Cooperative is always there. For generations, we've powered the growth of our community. Today, our commitment is stronger than ever to provide affordable energy you can depend on and keep you connected to what matters most, now and for generations to come. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Dell Honda wants to help area schools with the Top-Notch Teacher Classroom Relief Fund. Throughout the month of April, for every vehicle sold, Dell Honda will donate $50 in the guest's name. $5 for every oil change performed at Dell Honda in the month of April will also be put into the Relief Fund. During this pivotal time, schools could use our help. Go to the Top Notch Teacher page on news8000.com and vote for our school to receive a relief fund. The 2 schools with the most votes will receive a Dell Honda Top Notch Teacher Classroom Relief Fund.
I think the most important thing that Schwebel, Getz, and Sieben did was to help us when we had other things to concentrate on. There were people trying to collect money. They were calling saying, hey, your insurance hasn't paid, we're going to go to collections. Schwebel, Getz, and Sieben took care of all that for us. They sent us over all the information to show that it was done.
We didn't have to deal with the doctors, the ambulances. They took care of all that for us.
They did a great job for us from the beginning to the end.
Representing accident victims for over 50 years, Schwebel, Getz, and Sieben.
Where's the best place for local fresh quality meat? The Holman Locker and Meat Market, of course. Now's the time to order your whole or half double smoked ham, prime rib, or smoked salmon for Easter. Don't forget the wine and cheese. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
All right, well, good morning to you as we go into your local weather here, holding on to limited amounts of rainfall up to the north as well as snow. And as we get into it, there are some other folks that are dealing with severe weather, though, from Memphis extending all the way into Kentucky as well. We'll keep an eye on that big bullseye already happening as one person has already lost their life. And we're also looking at Nashville here, holding on to more rain and snow, I should say, excuse me, rain and heavy inclement weather as well. The possibility of tornadic activity could get a little bit closer for them. I'll zoom in for you. You can see here. We've got a severe storm warning in play right now, and that continues on, and it's also going to continue all the way up into areas by Kentucky. It was actually happening here earlier, but that has backed off now, but you've got the severe weather potential to the south of that. We'll get into our local conditions right now. Black River Falls, or at least near Black River Falls, you're looking at a really good commute. Roadways are dry. Everybody's out and about getting ready to start their day today, slowly but surely as we progress through the morning hours. You've got a good looking commute for you as well, whether you're at the 7 o'clock hour or going to at least the 8 o'clock hour as well this morning. Current temperatures, you're holding on to some 30s again, as I mentioned before. Feels a little bit cooler on your skin. However, temperatures for today, though, they'll be on the cooler side. 40s, some 50s in there under cloudier skies. And again, you get right into it here as we get into the noon hour for today. You're seeing some clouds coming up from the south. That backs off a bit. Temperatures holding on to the 40s, again widespread to the 50s to get to Prairie du Chien. So a few clouds coming back again. That's all coming from that big storm activity as I showed you. Right by the 8 o'clock hour, you're seeing these clouds come back again. We are in cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. Don't let these clouds fool you. We'll go into the midnight hour all the way into Friday, getting back into sunrise Friday. Temperatures 26 to about 33 degrees. We'll be at 32 degrees in your morning for your low, holding on to more clouds coming up from the south. And again, once that's coming from the severe weather all the way down to our south here, continues on. You can see a little bit of glimmer of rainfall coming in by 4 o'clock. Everybody's in the 40s, some 50s in there. You can see that. Rainfall sneaks back in by 10 o'clock, crossing the Mississippi as well, getting through Minneapolis there. And you can see it breaks down and snow starts to cross as we go right into Friday. This is a 30% chance of this happening Friday night for rainfall potential. Stays well up along I-94. We get into Friday, you're looking at temperatures widespread in the 50s. You'll be picking up again temperatures holding on the milder side. Here's a look at that rainfall again. As you can see it coming in more of the snowfall as it turns into snow. Finishing out over the next couple of days, I want to show you how we get into it here, going right back into how it all plays out. You're looking at temperatures in the 50s. We'll increase the numbers going up to Friday and then drop it back down to 49 for Saturday. Sunshine though under partly cloudy skies with mostly sunny skies and near seasonal average temperatures on Sunday. Cooler as you get into Monday.
In our Morning Buzz report, country music icon Dolly Parton is bringing her signature sparkle to the fashion world, teaming up with Khloe Kardashian and her Good American denim brand to launch a collection called Dolly's Jolene's. The collection draws inspiration, of course, from her classic hit Jolene and her iconic country style. Parton says the jeans will, quote, make any butt look good. And Nintendo has unveiled the Switch 2. The original hybrid game console came out 8 years ago and was wildly successful. With the sequel, Nintendo must prove it can follow one blockbuster hit with another. The Switch 2 launching June 5th for $450. In comparison, the first generation cost $300.
And which genius will explain to me why I'm here?
Keep the cat in the bag until I release it. Yeah? Great. We're looking for the Fountain of Youth.
Oh, please, no.
What did I just say about the cat in the bag?
Cat wasn't happy in the bag.
John Krasinski and Natalie Portman play estranged siblings who reunite for a global epic adventure in search of the mythical Fountain of Youth. The action adventure debuts May 23rd on Apple TV+.
And I drive an ice cream truck.
I love the show. I've probably seen every episode.
I like the guy. Stories like those are why America loves game shows.
Paul Walter Hauser stars in the dark comedy based on a bizarre real-life episode of the game show Press Your Luck. The Luckiest Man in America opens tomorrow. Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, how about Sydney is turning 8. She loves roller skating, jump rope, bike riding, and playing with her sisters.
And Grace is also turning 8. She loves playing the piano, dancing, art projects, and making slime with her sister Olivia.
Look at Grace, she's all like, hey.
Yeah, style.
Pat is turning 88. Pat loves to read, playing bingo, and spending time with her family and friends.
Happy birthday to all of you ladies. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Step a little their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website.
Stay with us. We have everything you need to know in 5 minutes or less. Your morning news now is up next.
Hard to top, the bargain shop.
When you want new furniture with styles that are nice, and we've made very special buys that are always the right price.
Now in all home furniture stores.
Got a big stop at the bargain shop.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we believe in making the most of what you love, making sure your money is as well spent as your time. So as you start your spring projects, we have the value you need to make them your own. Right now, Rewards members get a free $10 gift card with an $80 Estate fertilizer purchase, like Estate Crabgrass Preventer or Starter Lawn Fertilizer, $29.99. Plus, save $40 on this Champion portable generator. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job of waiting tables, but since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I have had no pain. I'm more positive. It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming up.
See how we can help you too at the Good Feet store.
I love horses.
Listen, good family fun entertainment.
Midwest Horse Fair is the best thing.
We're back, and better than ever, America's largest three-day horse fair is coming to Madison April 11th through the 13th.
I like seeing everything, and there's so much going on throughout the 3 days.
The Midwest Horse Fair is the mecca of all the horse people in the Midwest. There's shopping, there's food.
There's something for everyone during the Midwest Horse Fair April 11th through the 13th.
As I deteriorated, I needed something that would allow me to go from floor in the garage to floor in the home. Jason helped introduce to me all sorts of accessibility equipment. I have no questions about credibility and research. Personally, if somebody was asking me, I would say, here's who I would call.
Hi, I'm Jason with Access Elevator. Stop in and see us today.
Want a great deal on mattresses?
Got a big stop at the bargain shop.
This chiropractor-endorsed Fusion Lux Hybrid Queen mattress is just $5.99.
Gotta make a stop at the bargain shop.
In all home furniture stores.
The Brewers are coming to the Cooley region.
To left field!
Yeah, you heard that right. All summer long, you can catch the Brewers right here and for free. No pay-per-view, no subscription, just good old reliable free TV the way the baseball gods intended it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the action as News 8 now brings you 10 games throughout the summer.
Coming on, Frelick's there, and he makes the catch.
The Brewers playing here, you're welcome. The Milwaukee Brewers on News 8 Now.
Miss a story or need to watch it again? Find them all on the News 8 Now app.
Welcome back. It's 6:51. Time for your morning news now. Breaking overnight, the pregnant Beaver Dam teen reported missing for 2 months is safe this morning. An Amber Alert cancellation went out overnight, stating 16-year-old Sophia Franklin had been found. She was reported missing February 3rd, believed to be with this man, 40-year-old Gary Day. The Amber Alert initially issued in Wisconsin was extended to Arkansas and Missouri. The man, Day, is now in custody, facing charges of child enticement and abduction. Attorneys for the teen charged in Lily Peters' murder want the trial moved. Lawyers for 17-year-old Carson Petersberger claim extensive media coverage makes a fair trial impossible in the county. He faces first-degree intentional homicide and sexual assault charges in the case. Petersberger has pleaded not guilty. Trial is set for next year. President Trump's latest tariffs on all countries that the U.S. trades with are sparking reaction from all corners of the globe. China's Commerce Ministry urging the U.S. to immediately cancel unilateral tariff measures. At the White House, Trump said China would be hit with a 34% reciprocal tariff, while it would be 20% for the EU. Many economists expect businesses to pass on these new taxes to consumers. Senator Baldwin spoke out against the tariffs.
Tariffs will hurt our farmers and our manufacturers and will jack up prices on hard-working families across Wisconsin.
And La Crosse's mayor-elect poised to usher in a new era at City Hall. Shondell Washington Spivey edged out Chris Kalo by just 2 percentage points in Tuesday's election. That's a margin of just about 450 votes. The shakeup will extend beyond the mayor's office. Challengers defeating every incumbent who sought re-election to the Common Council. Kalo will stay on the council, working alongside the new mayor.
I think it looks good. We were on the phone this morning. We talked. We said, hey, you ran a good race. Congratulations to the both of us. And we look forward to working to build La Crosse and build a community where everyone belongs and truly see out the vision of, again, making sure that our government is working for the people.
Washington Spivey will be sworn in April 15th. Wisconsin's newly elected Supreme Court justice could soon reshape the state's political landscape. The court is expected to take up congressional redistricting, potentially bringing major changes to our western Wisconsin district. Republicans currently hold 6 of the state's 8 House seats, despite relatively even partisan voting statewide. Liberals hope a pending lawsuit could lead to a more balanced split between parties, with the 3rd district, which includes La Crosse and Eau Claire, among those most likely to be redrawn.
With this majority, I think they'll look fairly at whatever lawsuit is brought before them, and that is the appropriate thing for a Supreme Court to do.
The 3rd is going to be drawn as heavy Dem as it can possibly be, and that's just unfortunate and just not the way that we see the state of Wisconsin legislating.
No redistricting cases are currently before the Supreme Court. Republican Congressman Derek Van Orden, who represents the 3rd District, says he'll seek re-election regardless. Regional Head Start offices shut down nationwide, including Wisconsin's Region 5. The offices manage federal grants and oversight for local programs. Coulee Region centers serving 200 low-income children now facing uncertainty. The director says the closure came without warning.
When you are running a program that is about safety and compliance and has a tremendous amount of requirements that interact with the federal government, it's really a scary and confusing place to be right now.
She says she doesn't know who to contact for support and funding. Region 5 employees were placed on administrative leave until June.
Look at Dubuque, Iowa, trying to show off right here as we get into your local forecast here. Dubuque, Iowa is showing on a little bit of wind out there as well. And as that sun comes up, it's a beautiful day for you. Hopefully everybody else will have safety through their day-to-day as well. We'll get into some cloudy skies for the next couple of days leading into your weekend with more sunshine on the way for you there. However, on the cooler side going into next week as well, on the cool side as well, until we warm you up after midweek going into Thursday and Friday. Be safe out there.
Thank you, Art. Well, stuffed animals aren't necessarily just for kids. Experts say adults can sleep with them too. Some think it might be a good thing. It also appears to be getting more common. Plush sales grew during the pandemic. One industry expert says in 2024, about 1/5 of plush toys were sold to adults over 18. According to one expert, stuffed animals can help with better sleep by giving the brain a signal that it is time to wind down.
Time to go 9-9?
Yes, that's what they're saying. We don't need any help in that department, though, do we?
No.
We've got that on lock.
Just don't sleep.
Yeah, just don't sleep. Well, thank you for starting your morning with us. We will see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your day.